Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Plague Inc. Evolved Custom Scenarios. Got quite a few new recommendations for the next couple of weeks, so let's see what we got. Now, one that did catch my interest, which I believe was on the popular page for a while. Yes, there it is, Friday the 13th. Now, this is either going to be, something superstitious, or it is time for Jason to please his mother once again. Yes, I'm pretty sure this is based off of the slasher series. The Friday the 13th movie series. Wasn't there like a dozen different movies? It came out in 1980, I think. And that's the one that I did see, at least somewhat briefly. I'm not huge into the slasher genre, so you'll have to pardon my ignorance on most of this. I certainly haven't watched every one of these movies, but yeah, I do remember Jason Voorhees, I think is his name, something like that. He's like the antagonist of every film. It's like a kid who drowned in a lake because of the negligence of a camp counselor, but the lake was cursed, and now he comes back and he murders a bunch of people. And that's pretty much it. So, anyway, it seems my Virus 17 scenario is on the popular, so I thought I'd create one based on the horror movie Friday the 13th. Yes, okay. It's a little bit different because there is no disease. What do you mean there's no disease? Well, now I'm very interested. Okay, is this going to be a Shadow Plague scenario? It would make sense if we had to play as one antagonist roaming the world. Alright, so I did unlock a few new genes for the Shadow Plague. Not all of them. I'm missing some of these down here, so we'll have to stick with Witch Doctor. But I did unlock something called Harvester, which gets more DNA when consuming people, which is something I do very often in the early game, so that's going to be pretty decent for us. And obviously I have a lot of flight genes that also need to be built up here, which is going to be pretty... It's going to take like another 8 or 9 games of the Shadow Plague to unlock everything, but for now, let's just go with this and see how it works for us. We'll play it on normal difficulty, as we often do. Jason Voorhees, or however you're supposed to pronounce that, I have no idea. It has been forever since I saw that, so let's just enjoy a horror scenario. As I stated in my description, it'll be a bit different than other scenarios and may take time getting used to. Good luck and have fun. For many years, Jason has been buried in his grave, but now he has risen once again more and must please his mother by killing the world. Choose where Jason will rise. What, his grave's not in one particular place? I can choose anywhere in the world? Alright, cool. Well, if it is a Shadow Plague, then I think we have to start in Greenland, as we often do. There we are, we have arisen. 23 DNA. What do we have? No transmissions. We do have the awakening in the symptoms, and then we have nothing in vampires. Okay, so I guess we have no choice but to go for this. Alright, fine. So, Bloodlust. Jason gains the ability to enter a Bloodlust. He will attack research military facilities if present, otherwise killing people for DNA. Sounds pretty standard for the Shadow Plague. And we obviously want to have that. We could upgrade it again to Knives. So, alright, sure, we'll grab that too. And then Pickaxe. Oh, we're just increasing his arsenal of weapons. Sure, why not? Jason uses a pickaxe to kill his victims, allowing him to become much stronger during the Bloodlust. Let's go ahead and do that, and then let's start bloodlusting our way through Greenland. Now, we want to generate a fair bit of DNA so that I can get fast walking, presumably, and travel over to Iceland before I run out of people to kill. Because then I'll start starving. Apparently Jason starves if he's not, devouring babies or something horrible like that. We could unlock Lair, but I typically save that for a little bit later. Probably should keep saving up toward Axe. Now, so far, I mean, usually if you're playing a vampire scenario, you'll have some special abilities. This is all in the abilities tree, by the way, but usually there's some abilities that let you heal as you kill people, but I'm not seeing that here, which makes you wonder how I'm going to regain health if I have to fight the Templar. The answer is I don't know. We've been tracked in Greenland, but that's fine. Let's finish off the population, and they're dead. Let's go to Iceland next, and we'll begin killing them too. Skadoosh. Fast walking means that we are able to apparently walk on water. Alright, sure. Let's go ahead and upgrade fast walking again. We'll increase our range. But yeah, we mostly want to focus on getting the Bloodlust stuff, I think. Machete, or machete. Whatever, who knows. Jason used the machete that killed his mother, making him unstoppable during Bloodlust. Doesn't he wear a mask or something? I honestly don't remember much about this Friday the 13th stuff. I really don't. I really do. I think that they recently released a movie in 2009, but that's as recent as it gets. I don't know. Pretty sure there's been about a dozen films. I think they should stop after 13, though. It seems appropriate. All right, we have a machete. Now we have the hockey mask. He does wear a mask. What do you know? Jason wears the hockey mask he found in Crystal Lake, which is where he drowned, making him look terrifying to his victims and allowing him to gain godlike powers during Bloodlust. Need 34 DNA for that. We're about to finish off Iceland. Let's go down to the UK next. I hear it's lovely this time of year, and devour the Irish. Jacksepticeye, I'm coming for you, sir. So we probably should go ahead and start generating some layers. Now that we're actually on, you know, the continent, I think that would be worthwhile. Let's place a layer here in the UK. Now, I'm a little concerned about Templar Industries. They do have a tendency to target your layers, which kind of sucks. In fact, typically for a Shadow Plague scenario, I would not recommend placing a layer until you've actually killed all the Templar. Of which, by the way, there appear to be many. 6. Wow, that sucks. Decapitation. Increases DNA gain from lair. Well, that sounds great, but first I think we need to deal with the Templar. So let's travel over here next. And kill these people. Wow, that was shockingly effective. Go here. Kill. Wow. Okay. Jason appears to be far more effective than any vampire I've ever played with. He just goes here and they instantly fall over dead. Boom. I like it. Let's go to West Africa and we'll start making our way over to the States and Colombia and stuff like that. So far, they haven't had a chance to target me, my lair. Oh, nope, they're doing it now. Well, that lair's not going to last very long. Yep, that lair's very dead. Kind of sucks, because the cost for a lair increases even after it's been destroyed. So, that kind of sucks a lot, actually. But let's kill these people, and they're dead. Well, that worked really well. I guess we don't need to have a healing mechanic if the Templar aren't going to fight back at all. Go for Hockey Mask. That's done. Any new transmissions or abilities? No, it is only walking around and murdering people. Which seems strangely appropriate, considering. Alright. So we have our godlike powers with the Hockey Mask. Let's go for Decapitation and place a new lair here in the United States. Say goodbye to the lair in the UK. Yeah, once they launch that drone, it's just instantly dead. Kind of sucks, but... Do you want to go for Sprinting? Probably should go for Mother's Grave and generate even more DNA. The thing is, I mean, what else is there going to be to spend my DNA on, really? I mean, when you think about it. Anyone know? I don't know. Well, let's get into Brazil. We'll have to cross over here, but let's leave behind a lair. Go to Africa. Now, if we're not ever going to start using a disease, then I guess labs will never start up. Which is interesting. Huh. Alright, Mother's Grave, more DNA. That leads to... Blood Paint. Paints his lair with the blood of his victims, generating more DNA. How morbid. Still no transmissions. I mean, it said there would be no disease, but I feel like I have to keep checking, just to be sure, right? Makes sense. I'm glad that I got Harvesting, because that's making it a lot easier to generate DNA. We'll keep saving up for Blood Paint, I guess. Let's place a new lair. Okay. Typically, I like to spread my layers out on pretty much all of the continents if I could. North America, South America, Africa, Europe, and somewhere in Southeast Asia preferably, and I'll be able to reach Australia and stuff from there. At least, typically, that's what I've done. That leads to Wall of Heads. Jason removes his victims' heads and sews them? I think you mean sew. He sews them to build a wall of heads in front of his lair, generating even more DNA. Sure, why not? Seems fine. I mean, Jason has no other particular task. He's just sort of sitting here in Central Africa and murdering everyone in sight. Let's travel up to Europe. We've almost devoured the entire population. Probably shouldn't keep doing that. Alright, we have Wall of Heads. Still nothing else. So, this is weird. I mean, it's definitely thinking outside of the box, no doubt about it. It's just weird. Like, if there's no plague, then it's kind of weird for Plague Inc., isn't it? I mean, you're not going to seriously have me walk around and destroy every single person in the world without any disease. That's going to take forever. Absolutely forever. I don't think I'm missing anything. It's just swimming. Maybe that leads to something? Just keep swimming? I don't know. We've almost killed all of Central Europe. Let's go to Sweden next. We'll eat ourselves some Swedish fish. I don't know. And that leads to teleportation. We can teleport to any lair in the world. Great, but that doesn't matter. I'm not going to sit in every country and devour the entire population. That's going to take forever. I mean, yes, I get it. We're killing very rapidly, even in places like Sweden. Okay, cool. However, that still is going to take a dang long time. Go to Russia. Devour. I don't know. Teleportation's done. Friday the 13th. Jason becomes a god. Okay, I found my new target. We just have to save up, 87 DNA or something like that. That's fine. I could build a lair, but for 47 DNA, if that is the last thing for us to get, then I'm not sure it's really worth it. So let's just sit back and we'll wait until we get about 80 summit DNA. Yeah, I don't know. I've always kind of wondered if you could create a scenario that has really nothing to do with a disease, as much as just kind of walking around with the Shadow Plague, doing something exactly like this, but I don't know. Now that I'm actually in it and playing it, it just sort of seems like the challenge was in the first, 15 seconds, and there's no cure, so you can't lose, right? That's sort of the big problem of it, is it's not really a game if there's not a failure state. And once we've killed the Templar, the next 60-something% of the game is, well, no challenge. So, Russia's dead. Let's go here. I think we're going to instantly kill all populations now. Let's see. Well, no. Wait, hang on. Devour? Oh, yes. So now I just literally march around and destroy every single nation. I think. Well, almost immediately. Yeah. That's it. That's all there is to it. I mean, really, you're going to make me do that? You couldn't have just, created a button that you press that's like, alright, you become a god. Victory is yours. You presumably go around destroying everybody. I don't know if I actually want to do this. It's going to take forever. Oh, boy. Devour. Go to Norway. Devour. Yeah, this is all it's going to be for a while. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's an interesting idea. It is. However, it kind of loses all fun after the first, 5 minutes. That's sort of the problem. So on one hand, I want to give props for creativity. On the other hand, it just doesn't have the long-term pull that it kind of needs to stay a good scenario, you know? I think that this is fine. This really is okay. However, you're going to have to change this whole become a god thing to you just instantly win, because I don't want to just march around and just keep clicking buttons. That's all I'm doing is clicking buttons. Marching around from nation to nation, instantly destroying them. That's it. That's all it is. It's rinse and repeat from here on out. Yeah, I don't know. I think it just needs an instant win thing, because at that point, if there's no cure progress, then you can't lose. Let's just presume that you win and save ourselves the time, because otherwise, kind of meh. So yeah, I'm not gonna finish that off. It's gonna take too long. I'm not gonna even rate it right now, because on one hand I like it, but on the other hand I don't. So I'd rather stay kind of neutral on this. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's weird. I like the idea. It just needs an instant victory. That's all I can say. But if there may be something that can actually really bring it out and make it more interesting. I don't know. I'd be interested in hearing some thoughts in the comment section, because I'm really not sure how I want to feel about it. So let me know what you guys think. All right, thank you all for watching. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you have not already, and I will see you guys next time.